Well, Governor Haley Barbour joins me now from Orlando, where he's attending the annual Republican Governors Association meeting. And let me quickly deal with Herman Cain, Governor Barbour. Do you feel, what's your advice to him today? Has it changed from the advice you gave him 2 weeks ago?
No, not really. I think all the facts ought to get out, and people make a decision, he can make a decision.
Is it hurtful to the Republican Party as a whole if he stays in the race with this cloud hanging over him?
Well, look, the cloud is going to either dissipate or it's going to be untenable, but I don't know what the facts are. And for us to continue to speculate, the facts will come forward. And that's just something that we know will happen, and the sooner it happens, the better it is for everybody, including Herman.
All right, I want to move on to what's actually going on inside the Republican presidential debate on some issues. We're having a big debate about immigration and apparently the definition of the word amnesty. I want to play for you what Newt Gingrich said yesterday and what Mitt Romney said yesterday, and at least have you help me mediate here. Take a listen to what they said.
It is an absolute falsehood to suggest that I favor amnesty for 11 million people, period. And anybody who says it from this point on has been served notice that they are saying something which is not true, which in itself should disqualify them as a candidate to be president of the United States.
If he's going to do what I believe he said he would do for those people who would be allowed to stay permanently and become citizens, that would be providing for them a form of amnesty.
Governor Barbour, you were in the Reagan administration. You were there when President Reagan signed that the last time we had comprehensive immigration reform, and a lot of folks believe at the time that became a model for amnesty. Who's right here? Newt Gingrich, Mitt Romney, and what is your definition of amnesty?
Well, first of all, Mitt used a word there that I think Newt has specifically ruled out, and that is citizenship. What I understood Newt to say, everybody who's watching your TV show today, or everybody who's here at this governor's conference, knows is true. We're not going to arrest 11 or 12 million people, put them in jail, or deport them back to wherever they came from. I was in the Reagan White House when we passed Simpson-Mazzoli, and President Reagan, were he here today, would say to you what he said many times after that. The deal was we were supposed to have a secure border. And if we don't have a secure border now, we'll never pass immigration reform again. We need to pass it. But it's not going to happen until there's a secure border because of the fact that it didn't get secured after 1986. I think that's exactly what Gingrich has said. We're in a global battle and race for capital and labor. And as we get older and go forward, we're going to continue, despite high unemployment rates today, we're going to continue to need labor. Now, Mitt says something that I say all the time. Every kid who's here from India or China or wherever else, when he gets a PhD or she gets a master's degree in science, technology, engineering, or math, we ought to staple a green card to their diploma to let them stay here, and instead of business that employs 800 people in Mumbai, open one that employs 800 people in Memphis. Now, I think there's a lot of common ground here. The definition of amnesty is obviously very, very different. But to have a guest worker program that allows people who are not citizens to come here and work as long as they're on good behavior, pay their taxes, don't commit any crimes, is something that we've recognized in the United States for a long, 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 long time. But our border is so porous, or has been, that that's got to be the first step. And I think Mitt and Newt would agree. First thing we have to do is have a secure border. Then we can start talking about what is good law.
Right. Do you think Governor Romney is being disingenuous with how he's defining Gingrich's position?
Well, I wouldn't characterize it that way, but in the little clip that you played, I believe he used the word citizenship, and my understanding and recollection was that Newt specifically didn't use that, and at times when he's talked about this has said we're not going to allow people to become citizens. We're going to allow them to stay here legally on good behavior as long as they work, as long as they pay their taxes, as long as they're law-abiding, good residents of wherever they're working.
Any chance you're going to endorse before the primaries are over at this point?
No. I didn't in 08. I don't intend to this time.
Are you comfortable, if it comes down to Newt Gingrich and Mitt Romney, are you comfortable having one of those two lead your party in 2012?
Either one of them would be an enormous improvement over Barack Obama. This election is going to be about policy and how the policies of the Obama administration has made our economy worse and made it harder to create new jobs, which everybody says are our first two goals. Yet the Obama policies make that harder.
Yeah.
I think either one of them would be a tremendous improvement for America.
As a political strategist, do you think one matches up better than the other?
They match up differently. But, you know, some strengths are stronger with one than the other, and vice versa.
Well, give me that. Give me what's the Newt strength that he would bring that Romney doesn't, and vice versa.
Well, look, you can nitpick this, but Newt, I think, has done very well in the debates. He's obviously very bright, very knowledgeable about the federal government, how it works, what its policies are, and how those policies in this administration have gone far in the wrong direction. That's why the country's so far off on the wrong track. Mitt has had a tremendous experience as a manager in the real economy. You know, one of the things, Chuck, that I heard your interview about the stock market before I came on, you know, government is driving the stock market today. The stock market's up 280. Why? Because of government decisions by central banks. The real economy is so far off from what's happening on Wall Street that it's really unprecedented. Mitt Romney understands the business side of business and job creation. Newt Gingrich understands government, and those are two very important strengths.
All right. Governor Haley Barbour, Republican from Mississippi. Your last governor's conference, I imagine, as governor. Is that correct?
It sure is. Thank you. 8 years enough.
All right. Governor, we'll check in with you again. Thanks for coming on.
All right, Chuck.